Hey guys, Crowbar Zero here, and I'm here with another Pump Up Your Tower, and this one is for Joe. I am going through so many of these, but I've got so many requests, like it's gonna be long. And if I didn't mention before, I'm gonna put like a little kind of like mid, late game, blah 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 blah. If I think it's might be veering a little bit more towards like one or another, I'll kind of capitalize that and then lowercase, the other. So it's kind of like people can kind of gauge before they jump into the video, where somebody's at. So if you want to be selective and kind of see where maybe somebody who might be where you're at is at, yeah. Anyway, we're gonna take a look at Joe's, and right off the bat, I'm just mentioning, man, this run is killer. This is freaking great. Almost 9 Q out of this run. This is like a PB here. But I've also been able to babysit it, so that also plays a role. But those cells, man, that's delicious. So I'm getting close to like the 1.2 million cells per day realm, which is making me excited. Anyway, um, enough about my tower. On to Joe's tower. So let's see. First thing that I see is we've got cards maxed out. I don't see any masteries yet, but that's kind of looking nice. So yeah, I'm just gonna assume no masteries because I don't see like masteries over in damage. That's a pretty easy one to jump into and find some gains out of. Uh, yeah. Let's see. We've got some nice pictures of. Looks like maybe this is maybe German. So I might not be able to understand everything on this. Uh, but at least we can get an idea of like, okay, so we've got Soul Drop, we've got some coins from the Wave Skip. Okie dokie, doing T10. Theme bonuses. I'm not too worried about the theme bonuses. They don't play a role in how I'm going to give advice. Um, Same thing with like the relics. That's not gonna play much of a role in what advice I'm gonna give. Like tiers that can be good, especially if you're like in the mid game area. This is really good to see. Let's see modules. Okay, so we've got some the module side of things. It looks like this is probably where you're going to want to put your yeah. You've got plenty of slots, I think, for where I think you're at. It'll be just a lot of module rolling. Let's see, we've got some pictures here. Okay, so that's probably a little bit of wait, no, those are mines going off, maybe? Good bot coverage. I mean, that looks pretty sizable. Uh, Bots. Okay, yeah, you've got max range. That's awesome. We've got cooldown, we've got bonus, and we've got the duration here. So is it can't see it very much, but endure, I think. Bonus is bonus, and then it's too small. I was like, hey, maybe I can teach myself some German. Goldener bot. Okay, so Goldener. We're learning some German, I think. Goldener bot. Golden. Yeah. Goldener. Okay. Learning something new every day. I always like that. Looks like we've got what is this, tier 16? Okay, so they're trying to get some of these. Looks like that's one of their goals. Um, I don't know what that means. So I don't know what I'm limited by, but tier 16, that's pretty far in there. It might be something like a splinter. Is this like shatter shards? And then something looks like the same thing. So, ooh, I don't know. Maybe this run will end and I can just look at that in a little bit. I'll use my own to translate. Kitty skin, that's cool. Ultimate weapons. Let's oh. Looks like they're in champ, probably trying to get into legends. Okay. Definitely need more modules here, but let me take a look at the ultimate weapons. I need to see that first. So we do have smart missiles. That's freaking fantastic. Yeah, dude, like knock down. You've got the stones right here. You can knock that down, and that will be synchronized to the rest of your econ. Um, do it. Like, if anyone's gonna get like nice fast gains this far into the game, like this will like a little yeah, you could get this down 20 seconds, and then this will be clearing out the props out of your black hole. Yeah, this will be fantastic. A little bit into like a little bit of quantity and a little bit of damage, and then that's for smart missiles. And boom, you are set. You've already got 100% uptime. That's awesome. Uh, as far as the durations on your ultimate weapon here, uh, this will be 32 seconds. So you've got an extra couple seconds on Black Hole over that. That's fine. And then maybe a little bit more Black Hole size. Let's see. You know, obviously, if you're eventually able to get more quantity here, um, that'll be a big increase, but it's also a huge stone cost. So that's a big downside. I'm not sure if you've got Spotlight Angle on your mods, but you might. Won't cost you too much to upgrade this, but we'll see. Get a drink of water here. But yeah, with 32 seconds, if you've got black hole damage, that will result in about 64 seconds of uptime. Let's see. But I'm thinking cooldown to 2 minutes and 20 seconds. We'll raise smart missiles up a bit. And then we're going to get a little bit more duration and size. Let's get this so that with the perk, you're matching the 35. So that would be 3 additional seconds. And within that 3 additional seconds, we're going to need to kill the next set of spawns. So the first set of spawns, you're gonna hoard enemies on your tower. Your econ is gonna go off, and everything is just gonna get nuked and obliterated to oblivion. Let me just double check. This might be it shows what your next ultimate weapon will be. But everything is here. Like this is gonna set you up really strong. And then, just kind of work everything down. So, like, once you synchronize everything, you can work, your just calculate how much you're going to need for the next cooldown decrease, and you're just going to slowly chip away at all of these to get that cooldown. And you're not going to feel a whole lot, and maybe you're not going to see a whole lot initially as you're chunking it down, but after a while, you're going to be like, oh wait, I was making maybe 5 billion and now I'm making 10 billion. You're like, oh, when did that happen? Um, you might see that over time for this. Um, but yeah, synchronize those cooldowns. Let's see. Have, you have Dimension Core. Okay. So eventually you're going to want to use Dimension Core for a tournament module. So if you can use something else in the meantime. So I'm hoping you can get Harmony Conductor up, because that could be a good farming module. Or you could do Own Chip. But right now I don't see Own Chip up here. So I guess it'll just kind of depend on what pops up. But eventually you're going to want Dimension farming to get Chain Lightning, which I did not see. Yeah, so the next one is going to be Chain Lightning, and then between Poison Swamp and Inner Landmines. It depends on where your labs are at. So if you want a faster set of labs to get done and not as much as far as stone cost to get it working how you need to, I would say Inner Landmines. If you're just in a drought of like, I've got a ton of openings for labs, which you're probably not going to, and you're not quite ready to, yeah, I would say Poison Swamp last. So it's going to take a lot of stones to get it where you've got max chance, you've got a really good duration, and then you've got all three of those Poison Swamp labs to do, which are really lengthy. So that'll take a while for those. But Chain Lightning for your next one. Look forward to that. Especially since looks like your Dimension Core is already like fantastic. But before that, I would say let's get this combo up and running. That'll clear out your prots and possibly give you maybe even like double how many coins you're making compared to now, or at least that's what I'm hoping. Um, and yeah, more black hole size. Yeah, all right. So to get this going, so free ups, you're gonna take those off. You're gonna respec so that these are at 0. The rest of them can be whatever. It's fine. Let's see. I think this is, from what I'm seeing, I think this is your attack. So attack speed. You're gonna minimize that. I would say let's minimize crit for now. And then as you progress through the round, you can add more crit. But for now, let's keep that minimal so you can limit the kills per second that you're doing. Damage per meter, you'll want to take that down. I'm going to take pretty much all of these down, like all the chances. And it looks like that says chance, so I can just go, yep, chance. Yeah. And then because you do have Spotlight, I would say your target priority is going to be Protectors. And then they're going to be in Spotlight. And then everything else below that. So the reason why we want the Protectors is because there's such a significant bonus in killing enemies in Black Hole. So you want to make sure that those guys are dead. And then preferential for Spotlight. One, it's going to do more damage, which sounds a little bit off, but you've kind of limited your kills per second with by devolving your stats. And then you're just going to slowly be building these stats up. So you'll get a feel. You have to play around with it, like what's the sweet spot? Because when the it's just I almost want to call it like a nuke that goes off. When your smart missiles go off with all the rest of your econ, you're gonna ideally with enough labs and like radius and amp, you're just gonna boom, everything's just gonna die around you, and then there's gonna be enemies that are gonna be coming in, and hopefully you can get about 30 seconds or so of shots off on those guys to kill a few of those guys, especially prots. You want to make sure that those guys die as soon as possible. And I think that's going to be the best kind of middle ground so we can get the most out of the 2 waves of Death Wave that you've got. So that first, everything goes out, and you marked everyone with Death Wave, they all get nuked. And then that second wave goes out right about the time that the new batch spawns. And those guys are marked for death. Or not marked for death, but they're marked for the extra bonuses for drops. And then you're going to hopefully kill as many of those in Black Hole. It's up and running along with GT. Whew. All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to blow into the mic. So that's going to be pushing your econ pretty hard. Possibly doubling it. Let's see your bots. So 110 seconds. We've got, let's see. So 2 minutes, it's 120, 130. Wait a second, yeah. 120. So 140. So this is about 140. So your goal with, if you wanted to synchronize, where's your coin bot? Where's your coin bot? So you might want to take a little bit out of bonus. And if it's, and put it into cooldown. So let's see, this is 120, 140, 140 divided by 2, that's... It's been a long day. My brain's just not working. 140 divided by 2. Let's just take out 70. So we're gunning for 70 seconds on Coinbot. And you're probably going to need to do some labs to accomplish this. And I'm not sure exactly what that would look like, but if you can get 70-second cooldown on Coinbot, that would be really useful. Let's see, as far as duration, let me see here. Okay, pull up the bots again. Oh, are we using GComp? I forgot to look at, are we using GComp? Is that going to throw everything off? Yes, you're using GComp. Okay, never mind. Never mind. We're going to throw that idea out the window. Yep, nope. When it does synchronize, it'll be amazing. But, yep, we're just going to throw that out the window. We're using GComp. That's probably the better choice anyway, because we want more cells. If you're getting all of your econ stuff going off more frequently, that's going to be way more beneficial than a little bit from Coinbot. So Coinbot is what it is, and I would say the as far as medals go towards Coinbot, where is it at? Yeah, I would hold off on more bonus, and then I'd work on getting the rest of these down. For let's see. Yeah, I think I talked about the. I think yeah, this utility I talked about that. Come on, pull up the next one. I think this is your defense. You're gonna want high absolute defense. I think this is probably thorns. So where's this thorns? Something chance. Bugger. Okay, yeah. Okay, so thorns. Knock it down to 0 because it looks like you've got something on your modules. So you've got a little bit, at least a base, and then just kind of work it up to uh, see what's a sweet spot. So you're not killing enemies, but you might just want to keep it minimal. Sorry, you want to only build it up when you start taking some damage, and you don't want enemies to do too much damage. So it'll be kind of a play of like, okay, if I increase it, they're going to take more damage. They're going to die faster, but hopefully they're spawning in fast enough where it doesn't make much of a big deal. But absolute defense is going to be what's going to keep you alive and stretch out your run for what we're doing here. This will be knockback chance. We're going to take that to 0 if we can. Maybe even knockback force. Orb speed, we can keep that up and going. If you want to, you can have one orb here, which you probably don't even need. You can just probably wait until you get the 2 orbs from the perks. And yeah, you can just run with the 2 orbs, or 3. Shockwave size, you're going to bring that down to nothing. You're going to go into your labs, and you're going to reduce that to the minimum. So it looks like you probably have, I'm thinking that's level 3 that's activated right now. So you're able to scale that down with a little, not a slider toggle, but it's like a little arrow thing. It's like, and you'll be able to get it down to 0. Landmine chance, we don't want landmines stealing kills from us. So we're going to take that down to 0, and then the damage, you don't have to worry about damage because you're not spawning any landmines, so they're not stealing kills. Now later on you can maybe toss in a landmine here and there, but I would say for this particular build, enemies would probably need like times 100 damage from like compared to what you can put out before I'd even start to maybe consider it. And even then, I would just probably avoid it. I think it's probably the best practices to just avoid it. Got the attack tab. We talked about that. And then if you have 0 crit chance, then you're going to have 0 chance to crit with super crit. So if it's even if 1% chance, it'll give you more ultimate weapon damage, like 1% crit chance. Some of this will apply, so you can have these where they're at. Not a big deal. Guessing that's orbs, so this is the defense. Yeah, you can have them what they're at. I think I covered most of everything. Hopefully you're able to understand everything. You typed pretty well, so I'm guessing you're pretty fluent in both English and German, which is kudos to you. It's really hard to learn foreign languages, at least for me it is. So rock on, man. Anyway, Joe, I hope you got everything that you needed out of that, and I will catch you later.